Leafs fans, tough loss against a good team in the Minnesota Wild. And, they were just a better team yesterday. 17-6-1 now for the Minnesota Wild. Now first in the Central as they were holding before this game. And the Toronto Maple Leafs, 17-6-2 with a game played more. 36 points, still more points than the Minnesota Wild. But they played the better game at the XL Energy Center. And let's just say, Minnesota, I had a feeling was going to be a good team this year. Didn't know they were going to be this darn good. I projected them to go third in the division, or maybe second, I believe. But yeah, I knew they were going to be a good darn team this year with Cam Talbot in net, with their rock solid defense and Matt Dumba. There's just so many guys on this team that could absolutely obliterate other guys. Speaking of guys that have been unbelievable, Kirill Kaprizov, he's been insane. I mean, Zuccarello came out of nowhere and started playing well this season. The Minnesota Wild, they look dangerous and they look hungry, and they looked hungry in yesterday's game. They were something else. But let's get into this one. This started off pretty good for the Minnesota Wild. First period rolls around. Matt Dumba off to Joel Eriksson Ek. And Jordan Greenway, the player that the Maple Leafs are looking at right now, actually, is Jordan Greenway, his second of the season. 19:36 into the game, and the Leafs are down 1-0 going into the second period. That late goal, they've had trouble with their late goals this season. Second period rolls around, and 5 minutes in, 21 seconds to be exact, Kirill Kaprizov off to Jonas Brodin, in front to Matt Zuccarello, a power play goal for the Minnesota Wild, his 7th of the season, and you got a 2-0 lead. To protect it, Joel Eriksson Ek sauces it over to Marcus Foligno with his 10th of the season. He's had a perfect year. Probably should have brought Nick Foligno over. How sick would that trade be to have Marcus and Nick Foligno on the same team? Maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't. Nick Foligno's not looking too good as a Boston Bruin. You got 8:07 into the period, and it's 3-0 for the Minnesota Wild. This is not looking good for Toronto. However, Jason Spezza does what he needs to do. He gets in front of the net. Morgan Rielly, Nick Ritchie, behind the net. Jason Spezza decides to throw it at the net, and it hits off the back of the mask of Cam Talbot and goes in. So now we got a one goal for the Maple Leafs. I don't know how that went in, but I'm speechless for that goal. I love how Jason Spezza is able to just throw the puck at the net, and sometimes it lands. That's amazing. What a goal by Jason Spezza. 12 minutes 47 seconds in to the second period, and it is 3-1. Continuing that, though, Morgan Rielly sauces it off to Austin Matthews. You'll see Jason Spezza teed up for that one-timer, and he takes it. Power play goal for Jason Spezza. 17 minutes and 51 seconds into this game, into the second period, and it's 3-2. A minute later, though, and almost exactly a minute later, Morgan Rielly to Jason Spezza again. Spezza with a 3-point night. He tees it off to Austin Matthews, and what does he do? Tip in front of the goal. 14th of the season for Austin Matthews. Power play goal. The second PP goal for the Leafs today. 19-10. Only 50 seconds remaining in this one of the second period. And it's tied at 3. This one got pretty interesting in the third. A couple chances back and forth. But Minnesota had a couple power plays killed by the Leafs. 5-on-3. Squelched by the Leafs. They did their job. They did their part defensively because the pressure was building from Minnesota. And you could tell they were hungry for that win today at home against the Maple Leafs. And they wanted it into overtime. And the same thing continued. The pressure was immense from the Minnesota Wild. Huge saves by Jack Campbell. He made a couple amazing stops. And can I say one thing? Back to the third period. There was one dangerous play that I really didn't like. And I believe it was Marcus Foligno. Now, I like a good guy that could crash the net. And you know what? If you gotta find your way there and get messy in the process, cool. Do not take out my goalie with a knee to the head. Do not do that. Okay, that was a dangerous play. As soon as I think it was Matt Zuccarello, actually, not Marcus Foligno. Matt Zuccarello, as soon as there's a player on this side. Coming to the net, here's Jack Campbell in the middle. Coming to the net, cutting off slowly. As soon as this guy here gets to where about Matt Zuccarello is here, entering towards the goal, that's where Zuccarello is supposed to pull off and wrap around the net. But what he did was he came in and cut off to Jack Campbell. Bam! Hits him in the head with a knee. That's a dangerous play from Matt Zuccarello. I couldn't believe he did something like that. He apologized, but at the same time, bittersweet for Leafs fans. We do not like to see our goalie getting that sort of aggression at the net. And John Tavares didn't like it either. He's had some words for him at the end of the third period. But anyways, overtime ends and we head to a shootout. The first shootout of the year for the Maple Leafs. Matt Zuccarello up first. And he does a nice dipsy doodle right, left, right, and then back onto the backhand. Tucks it past Campbell. He had no clue what he was doing there. And it's 1-0 in the shootout. Ondrej Kase comes up, takes a shot, no goal. Kevin Fiala grabs his shot, and it's no goal. Austin Matthews. Gorgeous goal by Austin Matthews. Comes here, goes in the backhand, and lifts it up past the shoulder of Cam Talbot. Top corns on the right side. Matthews knots up the shootout, but Kirill Kaprizov is absolutely insane. And as soon as I saw him get onto the red line, I knew this kid was going to score. He's got some nasty hands. Puts it top right, bar down over Jack Campbell. Just the patience alone, and what a goal. William Nylander has a chance to knot this one up, but he is denied by Cam Talbot, and the Leafs drop the game 4-3 in a shootout. Joel Eriksson Ek had 2 assists. He was +2 in this one. 22 minutes and 13 seconds of time on ice. Jason Spezza, 2 goals and 1 assist, +1 on the night with 15 minutes and 51 seconds of time on ice. In my opinion, should have been the first star, but I don't think they like to credit first stars with the team that lost. So they gave it to Kirill Kaprizov, who had an assist, who had the game-winning goal pretty much in the shootout, and was -1 on the day, but played 21 minutes and 7 seconds of time on ice strong in this one. The goalies, Cam Talbot with his win 30, I'm not sure how many wins he actually has in the season. It is not labeled here, but he got a win in this one. 42 shots against, 3 goals against, 39 saves, and a .929 from Cam Talbot. And you thought Jack Campbell was going to be any worse? No. This guy was unbelievable. 40 shots against, 3 goals against, 37 saves, and a .925. These guys went yin and yang between each other. They were gorgeous out there on the ice. And the Leafs have a chance to redeem themselves today. They play Sunday, December 5th against the Winnipeg Jets. 8 p.m. Don't want to miss this one because the Jets, they've started to kick it up and turn on the heat a little bit. 11-8-4 with 26 points. So not too bad from the Jets this season. They're not great. They're not terrible. Joseph Woll was projected to start. We've heard that it's most likely that Joseph Woll will not start because of an injury. So it's most likely going to be Michael Hutchinson. I don't know how I feel about that. Michael Hutchinson has not been a pretty good goalie. I'll label Joseph Woll's stats because they are right in front of me. 167 of a GAA. 939 save percentage and 1 shutout to his name. He is 3-0. So Joseph Woll has had a really good start as a Maple Leaf. And I hope he can play today because I know he'll save our keister a couple times out there on the ice. He looked really comfortable his last performance as well. So I'm proud to say Joseph Woll has been a decent backup this year already. Connor Hellebuyck likely to start. And man, what can we not say about this guy? 268 GAA. 916. He's 8-6-4. Hasn't had the perfect season, but when this guy gets hot, he gets hot. And if it's between Connor Hellebuyck and Jack Campbell right now for the U.S. goaltender, in my opinion, I'm choosing Jack Campbell. But if you're going with a solid option, you're choosing Connor Hellebuyck because this guy has been so trustworthy for so many years, and he's just a guy with experience, in my opinion. So that's just a little taste for the Team USA when they enter the Olympics in February this year. But anyways, that is all I have to say for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more of these videos, and please make sure to turn on your post notifications to get notified when these videos do come out. One more thing, please make sure to share this video with your friends and family. Helps me out a lot, and I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take it easy, guys.